So this is the fabric I'm going to be using for today's tutorial. This is, it looks like more or less like a check fabric, and it is stretchy and it's thick enough for what I want to use it for. You can get the thicker fabric for this sweatpant. You can use any fabric of your choice, but for this tutorial, this is what I'm going to be using. So this fabric is a clearance fabric. It's a fabric that I got from a clearance sales. So it's not really, as you can see, some part of the fabric is off, but I really love the print on it. That was why I got it when I did, and we're using it. So I might not be cutting some of my fabric on fold. For example, this first front part I want to cut, I can't cut it on fold because of this joining here. So I want to cut the one part of the front before I cut the other part. So you just see how I do that as the tutorial progresses. So the first thing I'm going to do is figure out. So for this side, you can see we have a chopped. So I'm going to cut. So I'm going to cut this part of the fabric out. Just want to make use of this fabric here. So that's that about that. Then here too. So I think I'll just we'll just draft our pattern for before I can proceed with whichever side I'm not using for the fabric. So right here it is obvious. So whatever I'm drafting is not going to exit where this fabric is being sewn together. So I'm going to just. So I'm making a straight line because this is where. Okay, so for this tutorial, for this sweatpant, the only measurements we're going to be making use of is our hip and the length of the sweatshirt. So for this particular tutorial, I'm going to be making use of 38 inches. The measurement of our hip is what we're going to be using for the waist. So because our waist is going to have an elastic band, but the elastic band that is going to be on our, we're going to have, okay, my length is 40, so I'm going to take out 2 inches for the waistband. It's going to technically have a waistband. So my waist here, my hip, don't forget I'm going to be making use of my hip at the waist too. So 38 divided by 4 is 9.5. So I'm going to measure 9.5 here. 9.5. So I'm going to come down and measure 9.5 as my hip point. My hip point. My hip divided by 4 is going to be our crotch depth. So since I have 9.5 here, so I'm going to measure 9.5 here too. Okay, I'm going to be measuring towards this side since I have a straight line here. So 9.5 and 9.5 here. So which means we're going to have a straight line here. This fabric is stretchy, that is why it's folding up while I measure. So on the crotch, after the 9.5 that I've measured initially, I'm going to add 2.5. So the 2.5 is exiting a little bit into the sew fabric, which is still manageable. Then I'm going to make a curve into it. I'm going to make a curve into this place. So we have our curve already. We have 2 inches above there. I'm going to take it down to 40. That means we need 38. So now 38. Then I want to turn it in by, let's say, 1.5. So 38 plus 1.5 is 39.5. So this is where it's going to stop. So I'll just use my ruler to extend the straight line. To just extend my point. for the wideness of the, to be like 10.5. So my hip is around, so my knee is around 24. This is where my knee is. So I'm going to have a straight line to the knee before I have my curl. This is not. So this is going to be one for the first part of. So I'm going to cut it out. So for the, I've gone ahead to cut the front part into 2 pieces. You know, we need 2 pieces for it. So for my pocket, I want to quickly extend the pocket before we go into the back. So for the pocket, I'm going to measure 2 inches, okay, 2.5 inches, then 2 inches, then 6.5. So for both of them, I'm just going to rule a straight line. So for here, I'm going to go in by 1/2 inch. So my straight line is going to be ending at 1/2 inch to my 2 inches point. So that is that for my pocket. Eventually I'm going to cut this part off, but I'll do that when I want to fix the pocket. So now let's get on to the back. So for the back, I've gone ahead to lay it on it. So this is my front piece and this is my back piece. So what I'm going to go ahead to do right now is measure 1.5 at the top, where the crotch is. Measure 1.5. Then I'm going to extend the 1.5 down to this. Then at the side, I'm going to measure 2 inches. So I think that is what I have right now. I have 2 inches at the side, just for ease to loosen the sweatpant. So I'm going to connect this. So I just extend this down to the 2 inches, then I'll just cut it out. So for the band, this is the part we took out when we first started. So I want to check if this is going to be enough. I'm going to need 5 inches, 2 inches on fold for the band, then half for joining. So let's see. This is not up to, but I think it can work. This is 4.5. So I'm going to make use of this. So let's check the latest with this part. length is 20, that's 40, so it's going to be enough. So for the 1.5, I'm going to